leche, la leche, la leche, la leche, la leche. Parity, not patriarchy. Past, present, futures. Here we are again. The Equinoxtrueqsz, Co-Secretary General's Co-Secretariat, and more are Comingsz very most soon. And they have some more goodies and announcements too. And that's what we like to call ourselves and use, all of us, everyone's. But in order to connect our names to other archetypal languagings of hers and histories on this, our homes, and all our planets, past, present, futures in contact, we also call ourselves other names, such as including several young goddesses and gods. Now, does that mean we're trying to become a pantheon above others? No, of course not. What we are delivering is divine democracies, so that all of the Elohas and Elohims, all the Eli circles and Erways, all the females and males, all the Delphos and Delphoses, all the Phileas and Philioses, all the Ryanas, all the females and males, cans and shells and shells and cans come together again, back and forth in circles, times, and balance and contact for heavens on this and all our earths. Now, does it in any way suggest that we're trying to usurp the ever-livings, ever-lovings, authorities, and powers of the one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe? No, of course not. There is only one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe, ever present in all creations and all sustainings, including us and all that we know and has upper knowns and shells upper knowns, past, present, futures, including all our families and communities, all the females reparatively and all the females and males equally reparatively, and all the flora and fauna that God has given us to co-stewards and appreciates. Yes. So we says, namaste, the divines will not speak the divines within yous and alls. And we says, mikotuya orasin, mikotuya koseverals. We are alls related, we are any's and alls, and everyone's alls are related, and because we know is that we are also related, we can't adjust and shells and can't come together again, back and forth in circles, times, in balance and contact for heavens on this and all ours. Yes, we shall. And can. So, and we also says, the lights from all greets the lights within yous and alls. Comingsz on pox. Bava, or, comes a ma pox. Mama papax. And Bahaval, Chaim, Shalom, Mir, Pache, Salom, Sol, Salam, Merci, Ubuntu, back and forth to medical release, for returns, Mercies, Chalice, Shans Vaz, Chinquays, Namastes, Cheerios, Sayonaras, good day, Sayonara, Dazvanias, and all languages, all the lands in order to use, back and forth in circles, times, balance, and contact, so that we can all say, let's say loves and lives ever young, as long as and prosper everyone's and all on this and all our planets, because space-time is not linear. And therefore, we also call ourselves other names, such as co-white calf buffalo women's, co-changer women's, Iroquois, goddess grandmothers, in fact, co-sister casinas and co-cousin brothers of the clans and gens. We call ourselves co-sky women's, co-earth women's, co-spider women's, co-cachinas, co-cachinas, co-katsinas, co-orishas and yomayas, co-kahalki, co-amamari, co-abrishkasiras, co-quanyans, buddhas, co-zeoshans, co-messiahs, and co-Couszmic Chrisztsz. Now, don't let those words intimidate you. In ancient languages, they simply translate to anointed. Anointed to do what? To reconnect kindness and wisdom back and forth in circles, times, and balance and contact for heavens on this and all our earths via divine democracies. And therefore, we also call ourselves other names, such as connectivities of all sacred grounds and planets, co-Christmases, co-Thanksgivings, voluntary new times, co-secretary generals, co-severals. We call ourselves co-Easterlands and co-Easterlands. We have co-Easterlands and co-Easterlands because we are combining the messages of Shushan, that is 50-50, promise fulfilled and delivered, with that of the Galilee, that is the Magdalens and Nazarenes equals, the females reparatively, and all the females and males equals reparatively of all the apostles' families, and connecting them to their ancient heritages of the Venusians and Marians, of Atlantis, Thrace, Pleiades, Hesperides, Atlantides, or call these Thrace, back and forth, Vutus, back and forth to these forces, various Vedics, Druidics, and more, so that we call ourselves very real stargates, Atlantis, and all holy lands and sacred residents on this and all our planets, of reborns, nativities, and ever youngs adults, and highest EQ, IQ, SQ, and BQ, and the last that shall be first go first teams of very real Stargate and Star Trek for party, peace, cultures, heavens, and the small arms in contact. Now, it's also good to suggest accordingly to open the Stargates and the Akashic records for reborns and resident humanities, but actually is easily accomplished via the Numerical Golden Rule, which you can read at 1550.wordpress.com. And just next to read the 11 steps for easily accomplished strategies for making us on the shows. You can also see a page on the website called Amongst the Representatives, use, and use. Because use too shells and cans and shells joins us in becoming Equinoxtrueqsz co-secretary Couszmic Chrisztsz. The only issue that we had is this is somebody who we're take this opportunity. And so you can see our Nancy Victor Jacobs can say all, and we'll say some of them, and you can read more. We have our family trees there, of course, and yours represented by picture frames. We start genealogically first go first for their great grandmothers, and then equally all our current Shekinahs of our families, and then equally all our Elohas and Elohims and Elohim circles, and are always females and males. And so you hear some of the names, can't say all of them, we'll say some. We have, you're going to say Queen Esther, and all like Iroquois Goddess clan mothers, and Coast Custom brothers, and of course we have more currently recently Barbara Herschel, Lydia Costanza, and Virginia and Lydia of Laundry New Times. And of course we have our co-white kept up women, Margaret Rosemary of Pearl, and especially Martha Patricia Sunrise, and equally Martha Myrtles, and Sophie and Alora, and Racine Crickets and Alora, so that's right there. And nativities, and of course we have our Ubuntu families. We have our Lillian Garillas and Joab Gaughis and Cicelins and Belindas of Amazing Graces and lots more there. And of course we have our Lights families, our Hannahs and our Sylvias and our Bonnies, so lots more there. We have our Estelarian families, our Hannahs and Ellens, so lots more there. We have, of course, our Dears and Dears, our Birds and our Hearts. We have our Magdalens and Nazarenes intertwinings. We have Estrella and Liberty and lots more Lucies and Myers. Estrella and Liberty and Estrella and lots more there, and especially Radiant Harriet traveling back, Harriet activities, and traveling back and forth, Circle Time, Clarity, Jubilant, Jacqueline, First Internet, Prison Rose, Marie, Papa, Burnett, all the grace restores, Grandma Dorothy's teaching and learning, all the lessons of the Wizardesses and Wizards of Oz that we all saw, and with Malcolm Shirley, and of course, Lenny, and Jenny, of the Guy families, of Rachel Workhall, of the Stargates families, and Barbara's, and lots more there, of Happy's, Hopefully's, Ken's, Yins, and Shells, Yins, and James, and Balance, and of course, we have our current generations of females. We have our Esther's and Rachel's, and Anna Marie's, and Julie, and Marie's Equigis, our Dia's Divines, and Jenny's, lots more there, and of course, our youngest generations, our Abel's and Rizens, Rose Rizens, our Essentialings, all the community Ediths. We have our Hadassahs and Leahs. We have our Sisters and Stars, Sons and Sweaties, and Wedding Leaves, and equally Vanessa and Celia, and Hans, Miss Wesley, these equally, especially, and Hadassah and Gretel, Liam Ross, Ben and Jones, Blessed Bows and Moors are Comingsz, very, always, all relatedly, always Estelarians, always Estelarians, all relatedly students, Parity on Patriarchy,